would be the next king, that he would lead the body, right, the church of Israel, to live in God, for God, and driving out the enemies of God, right? So by him knowing that, the question that rose up in me was why then didn't he immediately just turn over? Then why did he separate part of Israel? Okay. When Abner was made captive, who was it? Saul. And that was by God, yes? According to Samuel. When Samuel comes in, guys, and most of us nowadays, we know how kingship works, right? How the hierarchy and how it all works, right? We know that now historically. So for Israel, they didn't know that though, because God was always their king. So Samuel goes over what every kingship is like. Yes? Do you think that in there it would have been, you clearly stated though, that the son would be the next inheritor of the king? Right? I'm sure that that was very, very clearly outlined by Samuel, who was the man of God, and if you remember, it was God who told Samuel to do it. Because they were rejecting God, not Samuel. And they, for Samuel to give them exactly what they asked for. Right? So Abner, I mean, on the one hand, you could look at it and say, man, Abner, why didn't he just do it right away? He knew that that's what God's declaration was and everything else. Well, because Abner was really honorable even unto God and unto the instructions that he was given as that chief captain. Does that make sense? So I really don't think it was so much that Abner was trying to be against God as much as it was that he was being honorable to God. But in the moment that Ishbosheth, when the paranoia of Ishbosheth overcomes him, that he accuses Abner of this act, that divide, that immediately cuts off all things as far as his responsibility. And then allows him to go ahead and follow through with what God had already promised, which was David. All of it being over to David. Yes? Now, guys, it's kind of crazy, when you look at just how God works all things. So as the story goes on right here, Abner comes to David, meets with David, before he sent messages first to David, tells David that he wants this food, and that he's going to bring all the kingdoms to David. David demands to have his first wife back to Sheba. Yes? So that's demanded, and he can receive. Long story short. Now, Abner then goes to all of the territories, all of the tribes that were under Ishbosheth. Every single one of them he goes to, he approaches them, and he tells them that they are all now going to be under King David, including the tribe of Benjamin. Okay? And so, it is kind of funny to me, guys. When I was growing up, there was even songs about being the tribe of Benjamin. And, the tribe of Benjamin is always, I don't know, to me, it's always kind of highlighted as, a great, wonderful tribe, and I'm not trying to take anything away from the tribe of Benjamin at all. All of them have their moments, just like all of us have our moments. But if you go back and you look at the judges and everything, it was a very, very small tribe compared to the other tribes, but they were always, I shouldn't say always, but there was multiple times that, I don't know, I'm trying to find a nice way to say it, but they were just turns. They'd be called to arms to fight with the judges, to push out the gods of other countries and the Philistines or the Amalekites, and different ones, and it would be the tribe of Benjamin a few of those times wouldn't show, and wouldn't come, or wouldn't help. And it was just kind of funny to me that some of the names of the brothers of the 12 tribes that you don't hear very much about, they were the ones that were always the first ones there. Anytime God's word came, they were like, yeah, that's the way it is. You don't really hear a lot about them. And a lot of that is because of the family lineages. Okay? So the tribe of Benjamin, there's a lot in the family lineages listed later on. Okay? So there is probably some reason like that just historically, having the lineage impact later on. But anyways, it was just kind of interesting to me. Benjamin, more than likely, Saul was of the tribe of Benjamin, which means Abner was of the tribe of Benjamin, yes? So the tribe of Benjamin was going to be very, very loyal to Saul and his family. If Abner does not go in to them and make this declaration, at the very, very least, it would be very, very difficult, probably a lot of bloodshed. Okay, kind of best case scenario, right? Otherwise, the tribe of Benjamin would just be rebelling constantly, more than likely. Okay, and it's Abner himself who goes into them. Then he comes to David and says, "Okay, here's all this." David is listening to the here that as he left in peace with David. Yes. So between David and with Abner, it was peace. They had we say peace treaty. They were good. Then you had Joab show back up on the scene. And Joab comes back up on the scene after fighting a battle and winning. And he shows back up and he finds out that Abner had been there and had left in peace. And the servant made sure to tell him that he had left in peace. It's mentioned, I believe, Joab at least twice or 3 times. I can't remember. Do you remember the day? You can find those twice. I can't remember for sure, but it was 2 or 3 times that it's mentioned to him directly that it was peaceful. Yeah? Emphasized, yeah. That, it is this way. And Abner, goes to David. He's mad at David. He's like, man, how did you let our enemy walk right in here? You sat down and you broke pray, but then you let him leave without me ever having a chance. Yeah? But, oh, yes. Joab comes in. He's mad that Abner had left without him being able to, at the very least, question him or whatever, is kind of the way that he presents it. So, knowing that everything's at peace, now this is kind of the twisted side of this, is Joab, knowing that everything was at peace, sends for Abner. So there's no way that Abner would have returned if everything wasn't okay. Abner didn't enter the room. So he sends for him and brings him back. When he brings it back, he brings him off to a hallway. I believe it's set by the gate, and runs him through and kills him. And it was Joab and his brother who had survived killed him, and it's out of vengeance for Abner killing their brother. Okay? Now, if you kind of get this, though, Abner was the key cog in making sure that everything transferred smoothly, peacefully under David. Saved a lot of lives. Saved a lot of lives. So, David, knowing this, he is completely just upset, frustrated, saddened. It says that he mourns and mourns. He's the one who has it buried, follows the casket, sits out there at the actual burial site, and again just mourns and mourns for Abner. One of the things that said, is that he should have been killed as a fool. And you look at the word fool, it means the one without God. Yeah? That he should have died like one without God. Basically just, stabbed in the back, I'm sorry. That's not the way that he should have been. He should have been able to go with honor and, God's favor. Then he kind of comes in and he really gets some harsh things for the house of Joab and his descendants. And just really asks God to bring certain things on them for their harshness because they were so harsh. They're so hateful. That their children, and then it goes over to things from poverty, blame, different things like that. There would always be something lacking. And that being the result of the unbelief and the harshness and hatefulness of Joab. Now, David makes Joab himself rip his own clothes, put on sackcloth and ashes, and walk through that military thing. He's living very, very humble for Joab as well. Okay? I think that's a beautiful thing, guys, in the sense that David's leadership, wanting them to have to experience the humble side after they obviously were not very humble, right? Acting out of pride and anger. I think that was really, really neat in that side. Also, with David himself warning the way that he was warning. It said that all of the people were able to really see. You guys and it said that he found great people had greater honor, found greater honor in their eyes because of David's reaction to his own that day. And that's, for some people, because forgiveness is not in their heart, and it isn't there, it doesn't really matter. It won't matter to them. But to those faith, you guys, we all sin, we all mess up. But be apologetic, to, despise what we have done, isn't the negative thing in that sense. The evil. Does that make sense? So just from David there, I really see that side. All right, guys. Itch. It's like right in the spot. I cannot reach. So my fat walls keep me doing it. Used to be able to. So guys, that kind of brings it brought us up to the end of chapter 4. So I'm sorry, end of chapter 3. So now we're starting in chapter 4. So when Saul's son heard that Abner had died in Hebron, he lost heart, and all Israel was troubled. Now Saul's son had 2 men who were captains of the troops. Their name, one was Abner, the name of the other one was Rakah. And they were the sons of Ramon, the Beer-Hethite. Right. And they were of the children of Benjamin. So these 2 were also of the tribe of Benjamin. These 2 men. So they goes over again. They were all there, and they become a tribe of Benjamin. Now this is something interesting too. It kind of showed you again it says that they become a tribe of Benjamin by relatives there that had moved there, and then that family was still there to that day. The reason why I think that's kind of neat is that you see the whole bloodline thing wasn't always what it was about. Even for them in those days, those who came in, if you remember, those who what was it? Was it out of Egypt? And all of those who joined up with them were immediately made apart. Right? They weren't seen as separate as not being a part of Israel. They weren't outcast and following. They were made uniquely a part of the body. Yeah. Which was kind of neat to see. Anyways, then all of a sudden here at verse 4, the story jumps to something completely different. It only happens for just verse 4. Okay? It says Jonathan, Saul's son, had a son, and he was laying in his feet. He was 5 years old when the news came that Saul and Jonathan, or about Saul and Jonathan in Jezreel. And his nurse took him up and fled. And it happened that as she made haste to flee, that he fell and became lame. He became lame. And his name was Mephibosheth. I wanted to know him here because last Christmas he played the part of Mephibosheth. And in that play, it was staged at the time of Jesus Christ, but he had the same name. And the people that accept him, they end up being the shepherds. Okay? And they tell him of the story of Mephibosheth, this Mephibosheth. And they say, well, if it was good enough for this guy, then, and to be accepted, then it's good enough for you. That you can be accepted. It's kind of a neat thing. So, Mephibosheth, all of a sudden, it's just mentioned. Okay? So we learned that Jonathan, if you remember the oaths between Jonathan and David. Yes? He would never harm any of them, and in fact, take care of them. Yes? Either way, if David died, then Jonathan was sworn to take care of David's children and family and everything else, and vice versa. Yes? So this all of a sudden, though, here in verse 4, she's thrown out. Okay, just kind of like the souls that random. Because then immediately it jumps back to those brothers. So then it says, and then the sons of Ramon, set out and had at about the heat of the day to the house of Ishbosheth, who was lying on his bed at noon. So, very much so like Arizona, weather-wise. Okay? So it's noon in the middle of June, July. Hot. Go inside, it's nice and shady. Moving around, guess what that's going to make? Make it hot. So, find a nice cool towel, rock, stone area, whatever else, floor, wherever, but a nice cool shade area, lay down. Rest, right? More than likely, his guards will also do the same. It would have been very, very wrong. They're taking siesta time, okay? So the Mexicans should go, The Mexican word first, let's come up with siestas, right? So he was laying on his bed, and they came there all the way into the house as though they were together weeping. And they stabbed him in his stomach. Then Rashab and Manam, his brother, escaped. For when they came into the house, he was lying on his bed in the bedroom, and they struck him and they killed him, beheaded him, and took his head. And were all night escaping through the plain, and that would have been the plain of the Jordan, so right along the river. Okay. And they brought the head of Ishbosheth to David in Hebron and said to the king, "Here is the head of Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, your enemy, who sought your life, and the Lord has avenged my Lord, the king this day, of Saul and all of his descendants." Okay. So, guys, you know, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I imagine it was very, very simple. The first statement is that he's striking his stomach. That is a very, very painful way to go. Yes, very, very cruel, very, very painful way to go. Very slow death. You think people should have just sat there. You know, it took 2 minutes. Yes. You can just imagine, like they, and they weren't caught in an act of doing so. The guards were not working violence. So you can imagine that one was doing everything they could to keep any noise from taking place, while the other one was doing the deed more than likely. Yeah.
Well, back then, things weren't that sharp, so it's almost like tearing a man apart rather than cutting him like now.
It would be ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, I cannot even imagine that. I can't even imagine like the brutality of that home right there.
Right.
Okay. The blood that would have been, because yes, they stabbed him in the stomach, and then they cut off his head. Yeah. I mean, I just couldn't imagine the scene. They did have sharpening stones. They did have sharpening stones, but still, like, the things weren't exactly like what all we have now. I don't think it would have definitely been a very, very quick kill. I think it would have been a very, very, like even serrated, like even if it was sharpened, it'd be more like almost serrated, like, more than likely. So, like, again, I can just, the brutality of this bone right here. And these are 2 of the house of Benjamin, which Ishbosheth is of the house of Benjamin, because Saul was of the house of Benjamin. See, like, it amazes me because this house of Benjamin are getting so much love at certain points in my childhood life. Anyway. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then they bring it to David. Yes, they bring the head to David. And then the declaration that they made. Did you catch what they said? Your enemy was he. The kingdom was already handed over. And Ishbosheth, he's lost heart. He ain't trying, he ain't doing nothing. So was he? Not really. And by the way, Ishbosheth didn't even fight. The turning over of the kingdom. Right? So that's the first thing. Then go on with what it says. Let you read it.
Here's the head of Ishbosheth, son of Saul, your enemy, who tried to take your life. This day the Lord has avenged my Lord, the king, against Saul and his offspring.
So this day, what?
The Lord.
Oh, the Lord took vengeance for you, my Lord. So David answers. So their statement, honestly, is not really that amazing in and of itself. Especially for lost individuals that are looking for an opportunity to take advantage of the situation they're in. and to utilize and to use God's name. With David, who always is proclaiming God in his name. Right? I mean, like, wouldn't that like appeal though? Don't you think, like, well, God, right? I mean, like the manipulation of that from them.
They weren't the inventors of that.
No, they're not. No, they're not. But it says, but David answers them. And he says to them, as the Lord lives, who has redeemed my life from all adversity. He already has done it. He has redeemed. He's already bought me back. He's already saved. He's already rescued me from all adversity. Now, the statement David's making here. What does the word adversity mean? Troubles, problems, yes? When things don't go right. Yeah? Things go against you. Right? Not the way that you want them to go. Right? Now, what did David just say? What did David just claim?
I don't think kill this guy for him.
That he's been freed from all adversities, any problem, anything, any enemies, anything else, that he's already been freed from all of those. Who's saying this? David is saying this. And he's saying this about who has done this for him. The Lord. And he's saying it's always been this way. So I want you to consider, though, for a second. The person that we're talking about is David. Yeah? And he's saying that he's been delivered from any problems and any troubles. But if you kind of remember, when he's a little tiny boy, he's getting told to go out there and watch the sheep. And guess what his first experience is after watching the sheep? Lion trying to eat the sheep. And guess what? And David does. Jumps in between the lion and the sheep. I would say it's a little bit of adversity as far as how we would look at it in this world. Wouldn't you? Then, we know he faces bears. Tigers, the lion.
Who was really having the adversity, David or the lion? David's trying to get some money now.
That's a great point after the fact. In hindsight, that's a great point. But I think if any of us were standing there and all of a sudden a lion, I think we might think, this is a moment of adversity. And all we got is a sling with us with a little rock. I think we might, that David didn't see it that way. Guys, this is what's amazing to me. David did not see that as a person. It was just something that had to be overcome that that victory. It wasn't a problem. It was a moment of victory for God. Right? And God was going to work through him. Yeah. And why does he have such trust that God's going to work for him? Because God's God. Yeah, according to David's own statements, God is our God. Who is that guy in the Bible that argues some God? God is our God. This brought me something that there's a lot of joy Sunday sermon there in Sunday morning. The first question that was asked in this little point was, what are you the most thankful for? What is the first thing that you think you ought to be thankful for? First, and then the next question was, then what is the first thing you should be thankful for? And he made the statement now, and different people already in their own mind. I don't think I even said it out loud openly, but I was thinking of Jesus, the body, his word, the Holy Spirit, and I started thinking about all these things. And then all of a sudden he made a comment, be careful, at least everything that you think is the Holy Spirit. And just in case everything that you're thinking is selfish. And then it made me stop all those things that were running my mouth, running my mind, and I said, wait a minute. Maybe in my prayer of thankfulness, I have the kind of missing. Because, yeah, should I be thankful for Jesus? Shouldn't you? Should you be thankful for God for the mercy that God has provided through Jesus? Should you be thankful for the body, for His word? Should you be thankful for all those things? Yes, but why are you really thankful for them? Okay, because He didn't send you to hell, instead He gave you these things, right? but you're thankful for what he gave you. And isn't that kind of selfish? Well, it is. And then he says what you really should be thankful for is just God. And then that just, oh my gosh, it starts going. But, guys, just the reality that God is God. And thanking him for him just being. For him being who he is. See, none of those things that we say we're thankful for in Jesus or those things, you realize that none of those things happen if God's not God. If anybody else is God, if any of us are God, those things are not there for all of us. Might be there for you if you were God, but they won't be there for anybody else if you were God. Because everybody that's ever done anything, said anything, looked at you, sounded whatever wrong to you, they would have been done right then and there. Where all of us have lived all those things towards God, and God isn't that way towards us. Right? So just really being thankful for God being God. And it's one thing I all of a sudden started looking at David when I was studying for this later on. And I'm sitting there reading all these things, and I'm like, oh my gosh, man, David, that was really David's reality the whole entire time. And God's God. And why he loved God so much is because God is God. This whole statement right here about that person, so he finally gets out of the fields, and instead, what he has to do, first thing, is step out on what? Battlefield. To face who? Goliath. He, in our minds, is all of the people that were standing there, that we would all like to say that we would be David. But more than likely, all of us would have been those soldiers on the other side of the field going, oh my gosh. Right? But David didn't look at that moment as a moment of person. Looked at it as a moment of victory. God. Okay. Okay. So then he kills him, right? Then what happens? Saul makes him his right-hand man. Right? But then Saul hates him. So what does Saul try to do? Kill him first with the spear, throwing it at him. He did that, 2 to 3 times before finally David kind of gets the idea. This guy's trying to kill me. I'll start bringing that. I love it. Man, anytime anybody says what I think about being that all night, man, we're all talking about it. Okay. So, again, here's the king who just brought you into the king's castle, and then he's trying to kill you. So then, he gives you his daughter. Right? Yay! But first, you got to go cut off the foreskin of 100 Philistines. And David, because he loved her, and out of honor to Saul, doesn't just go get 100. The go gets 200. We would look at that and say, what? You want me to go kill 100 people and cut off their butt and turn it into you to be able to have who? That, to me, that would sound kind of like adversity. Yeah, for me, definitely impossible.
More like something I'm not doing, is what it sounds like.
Well, and David looked at it as an opportunity. And even an opportunity to create peace. He's hoping even peace between Saul and him. Yeah? So then he gets Michelle. But then Saul just tries to use that to trap him at home with Michelle while they were having their great moment together to kill him. Then she finds out and warns him. So then they're never going to see each other again. Guys, if you look at it, everything that you look at as far as David's life, so then he spends the next 10 years of his life running and living out in fields and under trees and in caves and everything else. And you would, I don't know, you look at it naturally and say, oh my gosh, all this adversity. But then David wasn't. It wasn't that way. Because God already had the victory. He already redeemed him out of every one of those adversities. So Ishbosheth, which again you look at and say, man, that's adversity. No, it wasn't. It was David. Because God's God. God has it. I just thought the statement and just the yes, and how, David's just, this is just the way it is. So as the Lord lives and who has redeemed my life from all adversity, when someone told me, saying, look, Saul is dead, thinking that they would brought me good news. Now, this is another thing guys, to remember. The first account of Saul's death is that Saul himself falls on his own sword, yes, after being hit with arrows, right? And that his arm bearer, Saul, asks him to finish him off. The arm bearer refuses to, out of fear of taking God's anointing. He figures that God's going to take him, let God take him. I'm not facing God on him, right? Waits until Saul dies and then runs himself through the arm bearer. Then we all of a sudden, and so that's the first thing, right, that we get. Then all of a sudden we get this other side, which is that this Amalekite supposedly has walked up on him. And I say supposedly because we don't know. But the Amalekite story is that he walks up on Saul, and Saul is the only one still alive, and asks for him to kill him. So, out of honor to David, kills him, takes bracelets and spear, bracelets, and brings them to David. Right? What I think is interesting here is he does not give the young man even the honor to say that he took Saul's life. He said that this kid brought this story. That he thought what he brought me was good news. And why would you have brought good news, or thinking that you're going to bring news like that? Why would you go about doing something? For your own honor, for your own glory, and you know what most teams would do if you help them with the duty? Give them a good position, good reward, money, food, right? So you can understand, even from these other two guys' points of view, they've been soldiers for the house of Saul. Now for Ishbosheth. Now, what their thought is, oh man, we want to get rewards, we want to have this position, we want to be taken care of. So here we go. Here's our way of us gaining these things from David. Yes? He says, so I arrested him and had him executed in Ziklag. Then, one who thought I would give him a reward for his news. How much more then? When wicked, now wicked, one who knows the truth, knows the faith, and turns away from it. How much more then when wicked men have killed a righteous person in his own house on his own bed? You know, even the Amalekite could have claimed that it was war. Something, right? And David's like, and even in a battle, thinking that he was going to get rewarded by me by bringing this good news, I killed him. You? There wasn't even a battle. There was no war. There was no fight. He was sleeping on his bed, and you murdered him, cut off his head. Therefore shall I not now require his blood at your hand and remove you from this earth. So David commanded his young men, and they executed them, cut off their hands and their feet, and hung them by the gate by the pool in Hebron. But they took the head of Ishbosheth, and they buried it in the tomb of Abner in Hebron. Family, there were two buried, and they had their sign of respect. Okay? Don't tell them the body, what all would have done by the discovery of everything else. You've seen another place where they were with Saul, and now that when they found the body like that, they burned it. You know, so I don't know, maybe the body before you've been, maybe something had already been found, possibly already, maybe you already did that, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. That takes place. Now, the other two, when he executes them, he cuts off their hands and their feet. This happens many, many times, and it's illustrated many times throughout the scripture. Usually, when it was those that were not of faith, this happens to. Okay? And the reason why I say that is because we did have the one instance here earlier with Jonathan and Saul, their head, their hand, and their arms and their legs. Excuse me. Not their arms and their legs and their head. Here it's the hands and the feet in line. Okay. So with their feet, they will always quit. They bring with their hands, they will always quit creating a shed will. Okay? And so they're like it's a sign of stop. Okay? You know, still yet to this day there, if you steal, you put your hand on. Do it twice. Do it a third time, which I'm not sure. Our house food, we can get into it with the country people. That way you can't get to a person. Then after that, there's okay, but that's still practicing some customs. Okay. By the way, that is really, really low in those areas. So, I wonder why. But, definitely gets the point across, I guess. Okay, guys, so chapter 5. It says, then all the tribes of Israel came to David and Hebron, and they spoke, saying, indeed, we are your bone and your flesh. Also, in times past, when Saul was king of Israel, you were the one who led Israel out of the rock of the end. And the Lord said to you, you shall shepherd my people Israel, and be ruler over Israel. Therefore, all the elders of Israel came to the king of Hebron, and King David made a covenant with them in Hebron before the Lord. And they anointed David king over all of Israel. David was 30 years old when he began his reign, and he reigned 40 years. And he reigned 40 years. In Hebron, he reigned over Judea 7 years and 6 months. And in Jerusalem, he reigned 30 years over all Israel and Judea. Okay, so this gives you a real time stamp on kind of life. Okay? So then it takes off. And the king and his men went to Jerusalem against the Jebusites, the inhabitants of the land, who spoke to David, saying, you shall not come in here, but the blind and the lame will repel you, thinking David could not come in here. Now, usually, lepers, blind, lame, blind, things like that, it was very, very common thought. It was contagious, right? It was disgraceful. They were usually put outside, right? But they were actually used many times like this as a barrier, because people were so fearful, they wouldn't cross through. Nevertheless, David did go, and he took the stronghold of Zion, that is called the city of David. You guys know what the city of David is? Zion? Yeah. Now David said on that day, whoever climbs up by way of the water shaft and meets the Jebusites, the lame and the blind, who are hated by me with Saul, he shall be chief in council. Therefore they say, the blind and the lame shall not come into the house. Then David dwelt in the stronghold, and he called it the city of David. And David built all around him the Millo and inward. So the Millo is like the landfill, is the dumping grounds. So he built from there all the way out. So David went on and became great, and the Lord God of hosts was with him. Then Huram, king of Tyre, sent messengers to David, and cedar trees, and carpenters, and masons. And they built David a house. So David knew that the Lord had established him as king over Israel, and that he had exalted his kingdom for the sake of his people in Israel. And David took more concubines and wives in Jerusalem, after he had come to him. Also more sons and daughters were born to him. Now these are the names of those who were born to him. So God helped me through all of them. Shammua, Shobab, Nathan, Solomon, Ibahar, Elisha, Method, Jephthah, Elishama, Eliada, and Eliphalet. It actually could be pretty, pretty name if it was an outlaw. Like I hate that I butchered his name so bad sometimes, but
letting the girls or those just the boys?
It could be boys and girls, it does not say here. Okay, in another place, it actually does say like they would have sons, and it lists off sons and daughters, and they list off daughters. Here it just says sons and daughters were born to him. So which ones are what though? You can guess.
No,
Some of them sound good, some of them don't. You know, again, that might be a more of my pronunciation than what it is. Okay, so I do apologize for not having that information, but I know there's a couple of them that are Jews. I know Nathan and Solomon were Jews. I know they're later on. Some of the other ones there, guys, again, I don't know specifically. I know it's a Noah's Torah, those national states specifically. Okay, and also states their numbers. Now, when the Philistines had heard that they had anointed David king of Israel, all the Philistines went up to search for him. And David heard of it, and he went down to the stronghold. The Philistines also went and deployed themselves in the valley of Rephaim. So David inquired of the Lord, saying, "Shall I go up against the Philistines? Will you deliver them into my hand?" So if you remember, this has been an ongoing thing with David as far as like, hey, Lord, are you going to deliver them to me? If you will, then we're going to go. If not, then I ain't going. Yeah, Lord? And like, I think that's a really neat thing that, one, with David. Number two is you see the side of the Philistines. If you remember the Jezreelites in there, all that, if you remember that's when Philistines he saw that day and they conquered a portion of the lands. And one of those places was to be Jerusalem, Zion, the city of David. And the Philistines, Jezreelites, they're the ones to take over that area, while Philistines take over others. Yes? Now, they're hearing that David has taken over the town, and saw that his family is no longer king. Usually, if something like that was to take place, there would be dissension. So, if there was a time to strike, and there was a time of possible weakness, now would be that time, right? And so you can see from the Philistines militarily that they were really being smart, you would think, based upon the natural things of human beings. Okay? Now, they're not just natural human beings. God's with them. God brought them together and unified them. Yes? And even by that own statement, they were unified. They were unified under David. And in the new, even when Saul was going to be a king, but David would be king later on, because what he always did was he always led them in and out. And literally said that with the Lord, and let him, he's the one who always led them. Yeah? And so they could see that the testimony would always come from David. You remember, everywhere he went, God name for him, he always gave glory to God. Where Saul always wanted that glory for himself. Yes? And so people actually would kind of like come back and make mention of that. I think that's really important to see. And why there was that unity was because of what David stood for. Yeah, he didn't have to draw off. So anyways, there was not this history that the Philistines obviously thought there might be. And naturally, they would have been. It says, "The Lord said to David, go up, for I will doubtlessly deliver the Philistines into your hand." Like, you don't need me to work. So David went to Baal Perazim, and David defeated them there. And he said, "The Lord has broken through my enemies before me, like a breakthrough of water." So literally like a dam with breakthrough. Yeah, with the busting, like, he says, "Now this is how the Lord just broke through their mind. It was just like a dam exploded, and it just like swallowed them. And it says that they had left their images there, and David and his men carried them away. They worshipped Baal, was one of their gods, yes, and they would carry carved images of it. The Lord see this taking place many times here in the recent past. If you remember, they take it out in the covenant, yes, and put it out in the guide before one of their gods, yes, the Gap, or which one was the Gap, but anyways, they would always carry these idols with them. And it was a sign that if they would ever have any victory, then their idols, like that's always what, the Lord would lead to their idols, right? So with David and them, when they defeat them, they all run off. And what they leave behind other idols. Yeah? With us, with God, we don't leave God behind, no matter where we go. Yeah? With them, it was something, and because it was a thing, it wasn't God. And the things had no value, they had no purpose or anything else.
God has their own imagination.
It was a God of their own imagination. And so it says they carried them away, something that's kind of nice to know as far as, again, kind of cultural history, things like that. What they would do is they would carry them on, and then they would stack all of the items together, and then they would burn them as a sign that those idols, those gods, had no power whatsoever. But from the earth that they were created, from the earth they returned. And the earth was God. So it was a symbol of God's power over these false gods. Okay? It says the Philistines went up once again and deployed themselves in the valley of Rephaim. Therefore David inquired of the Lord, and he said, "You shall not go up. You shall not go up. Instead, circle around behind them and come up them in front of the mulberry tree. And it shall be when you hear the sound of the marching in the tops of the mulberry trees. Then you shall advance quickly. For then the Lord will go out before you and strike the camp of the Philistines." And so David did so as the Lord commanded him. And he drove out the Philistines from Geba all the way to Gizim. So, one of these guys, first off, let me just get that over here. So the mulberry trees, you guys know mulberry trees? What do you think that the tops of mulberry trees are? Okay. When the mulberry trees are fully leafed out and the wind blows, have you ever heard that?
Not in Arizona.
No. There's actually mulberry trees here in Arizona. I was growing up a lot. It has a very, very distinct rustling sound, and because usually like the tips of the leaves would be dead, kind of like they're kind of dried out. When they hit it, and so what it sounded like was people stomping true. And so I remember as a kid hearing it, and like that's when I read it, I was like, wow, that kind of brought me back to being a kid and hearing that. Because when you set the on the leaf below, it sounded similar when the wind would blow and the leaves would blow together. And so it made me kind of think of that. It's interesting here. So the other time he says, "Man, just go up and give it to you." Here he says, "Then circle back around and you wait for the sound. And when you hear that sound, they will go." Now, this isn't the first time that God's playing one of these things too, because if that's the case, I'm sure that there was leaves on the ground, right? So there's sound through those leaves, but then there's also the sound of the leaves above. Oh my gosh, it would sound like millions are coming after you, right? I mean, so like again, it kind of puts the other side immediately at a disadvantage, right? And we still use those tactics yet to this day, sound, to create different emotions in our enemy, so that way they're not completely sharp, that we can overtake them easily. Okay? The reason why they call it the Jolly Green Giant was usually being known because of the sound that it would create. The movement of all the brush and the sound that it created was so intense that, I mean, we still yet have it once in a while. Some will fly out from, what is it, Acro base over there? Is that what it's called? It's the base, right there below the Capitol Mountains right there. It used to be, it was actually a camp back in World War II. You know, it's a military base. Yeah, there's a reserve now right around there and everything, but they have a military base still right there. Right once in a while, you see some of that. Huh? I don't know that.
In the 60s, it's called Operation. I don't know
what it's called now. But it's right there by those mountains right there. So if you drive, you can down in fact.
Over by the zoo?
Yeah, this is over by the
That's
zoo.
National Army National.
No, Lucas for there. Okay, so guys, okay, I'm sorry. The point was that there's been a few times over in that area that some of the old choppers and stuff like that, they'll actually still be utilizing those. And I've actually heard them right over there, and it is unbelievably noisy. Yeah. I've also heard like some of the new ones, time when I was actually out bow hunting. Was it Apache? You couldn't hear those things. And so like the difference between one to the other was, which obviously they were built for opposite reasons, right? I mean, the Apache was literally built for that quietness and sneaking up, being able to shoot from long ranges and all those kind of things. Whereas the Jolly Green Giant was completely the opposite, right? But kind of having that experience and kind of knowing, I mean, like, it does create that emotion within you. So you can see, like, even yet to this day, we still use some of those things that God had instructed them and put them in a position to be able to use all those years ago. I just thought that was good. One thing I want to point out real quick. This gentleman had sent over cedar trees, yes, to build the house of David. I don't know, maybe you guys don't like me, but have you ever smelled cedar? Fresh cut cedar? Have you ever had like a cedar closet or anything like that? That used to be, people, yeah, chests, and they would line closets and do other different things like that. And like literally like the clothes and the different things that you put in to take on the aromas of that cedar. So for the whole house to be built out of it, like, or you know, it says basins also, so there was definitely stonework as well. But I mean, just the smell of that, like, I mean, that'd be kind of nice to pick up too. The smell of the cedar. For about a week. For about a week. Like at my grandma and grandpa's house, like they had some stuff there, and they were the cedar, and like it always smelled like cedar in those areas. I love it. I love it.
Now they spray out of a can.
Huh?
Now they spray that out of a
Yeah,
can.
it's not quite the same. The trunks on some of the old cedars are believed to have been the circumference as much as 30 to 40 feet. That big circumference. This, the width of this building, how much would you basically we measured it. I don't know how many other times we measured it. I always forget what it actually is. It's 80 foot right from there to here. Yeah. Right? 80 foot from the very, very back wall to the stage right there. So 40, about halfway. So if you're sitting in the front half of the church, you know, 40 would be about the size of this right here.
Which is measure around, right? This measurement.
Right. So I mean, like, we about 10 foot across. About 10 foot across? Do you ever think the circumference of the morning? Okay, all right. Still yet, so 10 foot. 10 foot, I mean, what would that be? It would be at least 2 feet.
All right.
Oh, pretty sure it's a little bit further than that. So about, for me to Mervyn, would have been about, I mean, that's still gigantic. I mean, I know that redwoods are just unbelievable, like the largest, right? That are still in existence. But still, I mean, I could not imagine, you know, and then back then, if you sawed something, you actually had to saw it. You know, if you had to plane it out, you actually had to actually do it. Like, there wasn't like machines to do that kind of stuff, so I wish some work that was involved in that. I just thought it was really, really neat. There's actually groves that are mentioned in the Bible that were near Lebanon, off the coast of the Mediterranean. So like it's kind of neat. They produced cones that were 5 inches, and it would take them over 3 years for those cones to mature. 3 years for those. So kind of a neat tree. I thought that was kind of neat. They're very, very known for their strength and durability. So, you know, using them to build, they're all hardwood. So build out, which is very, very special thing. You know, much of, again, as we know here in the desert, wood like that can be brought into the desert is again very, very special thing. It's not something that you just sort of walk outside and just find a tree like that, right? Now that I guess it's planted on, but again, not necessarily all that normal. So again, it was kind of, it was very, very special. Sorry, I kind of went off down that, but yeah, I again, just to kind of have a little bit of an understanding. The height of those trees, 70 to 80 feet. I'm trying to remember, I think it was the building out here at the bottom of the top of the bridge. so tall, and walk outside and look up and break the wall up there. And you can look at the back here. So chapters, what you? Yeah. We have 2 minutes, but 2 minutes is probably not. I had to go further, but then we all stopped because the next kind of happening. Yeah, it's the transport department. It's the retransporting the art. And it also brings in Michelle. So it's kind of a few different things going to take place right here. Probably need to be able to present all of the breakdown the different things. If you remember, with the Philistines sitting back, the Ark of the Covenant. So I'll give you this much right now, and then next week this will play a big part in it. But remember when the Philistines installed the Ark of the Covenant, they take it out. Remember what happened to the Philistines? Yeah. And after the first town, they had the Ark of the Covenant, so when they sent it off to the next town. And every time they sent it to everybody, and by the time we got to about the third one, everybody starts coming out and we're going our town. So the Hemorrhoid thing was popping up everywhere, and so like they didn't want. So then they had to create golden images of them, and then they also had to was it the six leaders for the Philistine? So it was 7. So it was 7 leaders over the Philistines, and so they had to make 7 rats to represent the 7 leaders for bringing it in there in the first place. Yeah, which again is kind of neat to me because rats, as far as a symbol and things like that, forever have been looked at as a bringer of disease, and things like that, and that those leaders themselves by bringing it into their land brought that disease and everything upon them, right? And if you remember, it's actually the priests of the Philistines, and they call God the living God. They don't call their own God the living God. They call the God of Israel the living God. And they said, you have made him mad. And so this is the way that we're going to offer and hope that he accepts it and removes this iniquity from us. Yes? And they said, and then so they loaded it all up. Remember, they loaded it all up on the ark. Yeah? They put cows on there. They took away the suckling of calves, of the cows. These cows were cows in the field. So they were not used for holding things. So that would not be their nature. The nature would just stand around and produce milk and produce babies. Okay? But they hooked them up to this cart. As soon as they hooked them up to the cart and let go, immediately the cows walked and they stayed right in the road. And the preachers, the priests of the Philistines said, as long as they stay on the road, then you know that it was God who brought this upon you. And you also know that God's accepting, our offering to take this away from us because we're returning back to his people. Right? And remember, the leaders of the Philistines followed our war off. Because they couldn't believe that these cows didn't turn to the left or the right, they just stayed right on the road. They come through the river into the land of Israel and Jerusalem. And as they come into Israel, there's the people of that town, and I'm sorry, I do apologize, I did not go back and look what the name of those people were. They're at that town that was right down on the border. But they passed through that border town, and the people find out what it is. They're all excited and everything, so they sin. And they break. I'm afraid I'm going to mix it up a little bit. But if I remember right, some of the men were curious about what was inside of the ark. And so they told me, I don't remember how many men it was that died. It was, how what did you say? 700. So I had the number 7 in my head, like 70 or 700 or something like that. It was a lot of them. And so the thing to me was is that it get really, really clear that they, not all of them actually looked into it. What'd you say, Jay? They still died. Why did the other ones die? They didn't actually physically, like, the heart wasn't that big.
Right.
But that made you didn't be able to lift off the lid and look, okay? But all of them, well, it kind of was in that sense, Tony, because their heart was still the same as the others. And guys, God is God, right? What is God? Like, describe God. Okay, God is spirit. Okay, all knowing. Okay, you say mercy, but that's one side of God. Like, if mercy is one side of God, that's the other side of God. Vengeance and wrath. Yes? Yes, you know, this is the real, I mean, we're kind of going on to this. Really what I was looking for, God is perfect. He's holy. Guess what we're not? To be able to look directly upon Him without a sacrifice, you're not capable. Without there being that mediator, without there being something to pay for you and told for you, there's no ability to look on Him. Right? And what they wanted to do was see if God was inside. They wanted to look upon God in their minds. But they were not worthy. Now, these people were of Israel in that sense. They died for the judgment of God right then. Boom. Even though bloodline-wise, they were of Israel. Yes? And as we know, like, you know, without that sacrifice, right, so God would become the representation of God with us. Yes? Of God being here. And but even man would look upon it first, or even touch it, I'm sorry, if he didn't touch it, would have to, the priest himself would have to go outside to perform a sacrifice for himself. Then he would go back in and then be able to provide a sacrifice for all the people. But if you hadn't done the sacrifice first, he himself couldn't even get it. Does that make sense? And the respect and honor towards God being God and being holy, and being obedient. Yes? Now, if you have that sacrifice, then all the other things, the mercy and all of those things, didn't exist. Does that make sense? But without that sacrifice, there is no mercy. Instead, it's the judgment. Right? So looking upon God, like, you know, we all want to look upon God one day. Yeah? But the only way, according to Scripture, that we get there is through Jesus Christ. Right? It is through His life, through His blood. Without that redemption, there is no looking upon Him. So when the Lord came in, Christine, did you say?
That was like
50,070 right there. That's just, wow. God's justice and God being God, you know, guys, you know, here's what you guys know, and for good reason, for very, very good reason. We have been very, very much so not wanting to be the preachers of hellfire and brimstone. Okay? There was a period of time here in America where that was, if you were a Christian, that was pretty much the preaching. It was hellfire and brimstone. Okay? And so we really, here at Pleasant, we really try to, you know, get us to see the love side of God, yes? And you get rightfully so because He is. Alright? But that doesn't necessarily take away the fire and brimstone side of God either. He is complete. And like, you can't put it in one nutshell on one side or the other. Okay? And so, you know, we do need to really understand that God is a God of justice. And He is perfect and pure, and we are not. You know, there's a reason why He never came to anybody just talking to them directly. Nobody can handle it. Yeah? And God's smart enough to know that He could know, so He didn't come Himself. Guys, so let me carry on though real quick. If you remember when they come down, the first thing they do after they come down, and the people like that, is they perform sacrifice. Then they take up the Ark of the Covenant, and then they move it. Okay? And then they put it into one old boy's house. And it's actually going to be stated here in this next part. But they actually put it in this old boy's house, They put it in his house, he was one of the priests, and he took it. So he literally brought it into his own home. Think about that for a minute. And after 50,070 men just died, oh, I'll take it. Let's go put it in the room over here.
Yeah.
You know, I doubt very seriously it was just put in the living room either. Like, I'm pretty sure it was probably put in some room, probably off boarded, I don't even know. But anyways, it was there. One thing that's kind of neat to know is that that family was very, very blessed during that time. Right? The man and his sons were all priests. Okay? Megiddo and his sons were priests. So again, kind of as far as the net before God, it was being taken care of in the proper manner. Very, very good. Awesome. Okay. We kind of did a little bit, I'm bringing back a little bit of the history of the Ark of the Covenant. Next week we're going to do it. David and then we're going to go get that Ark of the Covenant and start bringing it towards the city of David. All right? Good? Good. Yeah. I love you guys. Hope everybody has a wonderful night. Hope